Ibrahim, let's quickly review what we have done. Okay. Ibrahim, my question is in a DC motor, what are the main equipments? Yes. Ibrahim, you're there?
Yes, sir. The components, the the coil, the
Firstly, permanent magnet. Secondly, as you just said, coil. But remember that when you say coil, you say armature because a coil along with this rectangular box. So what is it? Armature core along with a coil wounded on the iron. How are you, Asjad? The third one is power supply.
Fine.
How are you? Assalamu alaikum. So let's start. And the third one is power supply. And the fourth one is this circular thing. We called it commutator segment. And if you see this commutator segment, it has two things. One is that we called it carbon brushes. And the second is split ring. So there are two parts in the commutator segment. One is called carbon brushes and the other one is called as a split ring. Okay, if you remember that I have told you, let's come back to a diagram here. The one diagram which is easy to understand. I told you that only difference between this diagram, which is just here, and the diagram which is next to that is a commutator segment. Commutator segment is a part of basically your DC motor. Guys, I'm turning on my camera again quickly. How to find out the direction of a force? This finger, the straight line finger, shows you the direction of the magnetic field, and the second finger shows you the direction of a current, right? And that thumb actually shows you the direction of a force experience on one side. Now, if you check this out, everyone here, when the current goes from bottom to top upstairs, this is your north to south, this is your current, and this is your thumb force. So basically, this finger goes downward, you better do it upward like this. So which way your force will be? Downward. This is a force. And when current comes into that side, it comes in the downward direction. Now, this is your north pole. This is your current direction, the second one, and the thumb goes upward. So force showing is upward. These two forces combine to give you a rotation in anti-clockwise direction. These two forces have a same value, as the current value will be the same. And these two forces try to move your object in anti-clockwise direction. So these two forces are called as couple force. Ibrahim, what about these two sides? What happened when the current will flow in these two sides? Here and here. Yes, Ibrahim.
sir, it takes a full turn.
It takes a full current, that's fine. But what about the rotation? Will there be any effect in the rotation?
I think when it does when it's like longer, there's an effect, but like when
No,
it's
I
shorter, there's no
no no no
effect.
no. I told you one thing, if you remember that the direction of a current should make an angle 90-degree with the direction of a magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field is from left to right, straight, right? And the direction of current is this way. Remember that direction of a current and magnetic field should make an angle 90-degree. So the sides which are making 90-degree angle with the direction of a magnetic field, that creates a magnetism. I mean, that creates a turning effect. Sides which are parallel to the direction of the magnetic field will not contribute in any sort of movement called the torque or called the motor effect. So, for motor effect, it is necessary that the side in which the current is flowing must be at 90 degree from the direction of the magnetic field. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
What about you, Asjad? Ibrahim?
Yes.
Okay. Now I think we are here. You already write this or don't? Guys, did you write that?
Yes, sir, we did.
Okay. Now let's move back to our motor. I want you to put a heading simple DC motor. My question is, what is the job of a DC motor? What does it do? Yes, who will tell me what does a motor do? What is the job of a motor? Yes. What is the job of a motor? Motor is to convert electric electric energy into kinetic energy. Like you pump the water up. How do you pump it? Because it creates a kinetic energy. So write it down. A motor converts electric energy into kinetic or mechanical energy. Kinetic or mechanical energy. In the next line, please write it down. DC motor consists of DC motor consists of following parts. Following parts. Number one, permanent magnet. Number two, armature. Along with, in the bracket, write it down, along with the coil wounded. Third one, power supply. The fourth one, commutator segment. In a commutator segment, it will be split ring, and the second one is carbon brushes. Write it down, guys. And I want you to draw that diagram as well. Once you write it, let me know. Once you draw the diagram, please let me know. Okay. Students, have you copied? I mean, have you drawn the diagram and write these things? Okay. If you write it down and draw the diagram, I want you to just a minute. Draw that diagram and also write all the explanation which is written over here. I will talk about this later. Draw these two diagrams as well. Along with that diagram and this written material, draw these two diagrams and also write that written material as well. I will explain it to you in a minute. Now write it further. One more diagram is added, and I want you to write this stuff as well. So that diagram and that stuff.
Done.
Okay. Another one, this one, please. Another diagram and the written stuff. This all is very important, and these are different position of your motor. So once you write everything, it takes for me very less time to understand it. I will show you a presentation now in a minute. Okay, just let's have one or two more minutes so that everybody will copy. Asjad and Safiullah, did you copy that?
1 minute.
Okay.
Almost
Okay,
done.
no. Once you finish that, then I will show you a presentation. Okay. A simulation so that you understand each and everything what is written in this. Okay. Did you copy?
Done.
Okay.
Done.
Now, wait a minute. Okay. I want you to copy this. Only that one. Guys, did you copy the stuff? Only 4 lines.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the next, the last one. Okay, students, did you copy?
Yes.
Okay. Everybody?
I'm done.
Okay. Now let me show you one video so you will understand everything in this. I've got one video for you. Now check this out. Okay. Now check this out. What is the working principle of that? Guys, this is the current carrying conductor, or you can say an armature inside it. Now, what are the main components of your motor? The first one is the permanent magnet, which is just shown here. Second one is this armature. Can you see that? Students, can you see that? It's same like that. Along with that, there are wounded coil on that. Okay. Plus, see that? This is the North Pole. This is the South Pole. This is the armature. This is the battery. And this one and this part is called your commutator segment. Okay. Now, first thing first. When the current start passing, what happened? This is the current which is going there, coming back into this. Here the current goes upward, there the current goes downward, it come back into the same battery, done. Now in main, this particular circuit, these are the major components which I just showed you. Okay. Now once everything is shown, now important thing is which way this motor will be moving. For that, your Fleming left-hand rule will work up. Check it out. This is your North Pole. Why the motor is rotating in clockwise direction? You will going to find out in a minute. Fleming left-hand rule. Now this is your thumb, your finger magnetic field, and your current direction. Now check it out. How does it work actually? This way, I mean on the right, from right to left, this way is the motor. If you check this out, wait. Student, check this out. I'm turning on my camera actually. The north is this way. So my finger is pointing towards the south, and the current is going downward. So basically, technically speaking, the thumb is actually in the upward direction. Check it out. This is like that. This is your thumb, north side, and that side, which finger shows you, is the current direction. and this way is the force, right? While on the other side, the force will be in the upward direction. So check it out. How does it work actually? The force on the left side, in upward direction, while the force on the right side will be in the downward direction. So you're like in the yellow one. So it will start moving in the clockwise direction. Check it out. Now this is moving, right? Interesting fact. Once your coil reaches to this point, I told you previously that the angle between the side and the magnetic field must be 90 degrees. At this point, the angle will be zero. Technically speaking, here the coil shouldn't be moving. But coil will be moved because of the momentum. Okay. Because of the momentum, the coil will move and it will pass from this point. Now see what happened. So still, because of the momentum, the coil will move. First of all, at this point, it should stand up, right? The reason is the angle between the magnetic field and the current is not 90 degree, but it's 0 degree. But it will pass due to momentum and it will go on and on and on. Now, interesting fact. What if that side goes, that side, I mean, the side which is showing with the arrow, the question is, what is happening when this side goes to that side? The current direction will be changed. If the current direction will be changed, what do you think? The motor will move in the opposite direction? Ibrahim, Asjad, or Sufyan? Safiullah?
So what's your question?
My question is, see, when the current is going in this direction and when the current goes in the other side in this direction, it's going in the clockwise direction, right? The question is when it rotates and that side comes to that side and that side comes to that side, it means the direction of the current will be changed in both the sides, this side and this side. So it means that it should move in the anti-clockwise direction. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
So actually, which part actually helps to keep the current in the same direction? That is what we called as this side. This is what we called as split ring. As soon as the sides will change, it will also switch off the current values as well. So what happened? The current will be connected to that rather than that. So when the current will be connected to that, simple as that, the current will be in the same direction and that rolling thing will be in the same direction. So what commutator segment or what split ring will do? It makes shows that the direction of the motor will be in the same direction. Otherwise, the direction of the motor will change. Students, do you understand that? Any
Yes.
question? I want you to go through this first. Tomorrow, I will discuss the functions of each equipment and showing you this presentation once again. If you have your internet, I want you to go through this presentation once again. Just write working of a motor and check it out. There is the audio along with that as well. Listen to that. Inshallah, we will discuss that in the next class. Okay?
Sir, can you send this in the WhatsApp group?
But this is in YouTube, man. You just simply type it working of a DC motor
No, no,
and it will
sir.
come.
Sir, the PPT.
You know this PPT, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, I will send it to you. But give me some time, I will send it to you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, then take care. Bye.
Last.
Allah.